Hi there. Just wanted to do a quick video today. I haven't done one for a few days, so I just thought I would update you as to kind of what I've been up to. I am currently sort of trying to work out how not to have to work full time because I'm a teacher and I find it really, really stressful. And the stress of my job partly was what sort of woke me up and motivated me to go raw vegan as much as possible, because I've been vegan for some time now, and obviously I noticed loads and loads of ethical and spiritual benefits from doing that. You just feel so much better about yourself. You know that you're doing the best for the animals, and there are some health benefits just simply to going vegan. But what I didn't do was have a completely clean diet. So what I did really for the first 2 months of deciding to get as much raw food into my diet as possible, I went 100% raw, and that was absolutely amazing. I mean, I didn't notice like the full benefits for 2 to 3 weeks, something like that, and then I started to feel really, really good. So I noticed massive differences in my skin, the quality of my skin, the quality of my hair. I mean, my hair is like really thick, really bouncy, which it hadn't been for years, because I do suffer from underactive thyroid, and one of the effects of that is it does tend to affect the hair. Another amazing thing that has happened is that my eye colour has changed. I mean, you probably can't see that because the quality of this video is not very good, but my eyes were like really dark, murky brown, and they've now gone to a much brighter kind of hazel colour. I know that a lot of raw vegans have reported eye colour changes, and Fully Raw Christina actually talks about the fact that her eyes turned from brown to a really beautiful bright blue colour, because basically the body is completely clogged up with toxins, and the health of the body is reflected partly in the eyes. That's one of the areas that you can actually kind of have a look at the health of the body overall. People that are trained to do that can see that through our eyes. I'm sure that the change in eye colour to a lighter colour is down to ridding myself of a lot of the toxins which have been clogging up my body, really. Now, what we really need to be doing by going fully raw is cleaning out the system of any kind of crap that we don't want there. And getting everything to work properly, because my digestion had just become really, really crap. I mean, it just didn't work properly, basically, and it made me feel really, really unwell. And that was partly down to my job, because in these workplaces, and I mean, this is terrible and really crazy. One of the things that is that I moan about really with modern life. If you're at work, you can't drink enough water, you can't just get up and walk around, you're kind of confined to a certain space during the day, and, often you've got to sit in the same space for hours, or stand in the same space for hours, and you're just not really kind of doing anything that's conducive to being healthy, really. When you're at work, you're often sat under artificial lights, and you've got no, maybe air conditioning, there's no sort of, air coming in. And this takes its toll. And like I said, this was one of the main reasons that I went raw. I am now, after 2 months of fully raw, following a raw till 4 diet. And I'm actually trying to stay fully raw for 3 days a week, and then the rest raw till 4. So just for those who've asked me, what they can eat, and to have some kind of quick recipe ideas. So in the morning, I would typically have a smoothie for breakfast, and I would put up to 4 bananas in that. I usually have 3 and something else mixed in with it, like half a punnet of strawberries and 3 bananas is really good. And you can blend that with coconut water, ordinary filtered water, or any of the raw milk substitutes that you can get, I'm not sure if almond milk, not sure if that's raw, but coconut water certainly is. That's the best one, although it is quite expensive, so you can just use filtered water. I did a video previously about water filtration, and I will put a link to that video in the comments, and if I can find it, also a link to the water filter that I recommend, one which you can basically just take anywhere. It's absolutely amazing. So you never have to be in a situation where you don't trust the water that you're drinking, because this thing is like, it's not even heavy, you know, you can just put it in the car and off you go. You can even take it on the plane, you can take it anywhere. So yeah, that's what I would typically have for breakfast. Like I said, I'd mix like half a punnet of strawberries in with that, or a couple of handfuls of spinach. If you're using spinach, then I recommend using a milk substitute, because if you just use water with that, or coconut water, because if you just use water, it's a bit slimy in its consistency and not so great. You could have 3 or 4 bananas blended up with a mango, and then the same as before, coconut water or filtered water, and that's really nice. So that will take you through till probably about lunchtime. If not, then you can have another one at about 11 o'clock, something like that, or whenever you want it, really. I mean, this is kind of trying to follow as much as possible a high-carb, low-fat, raw to full diet. So you aren't looking to add in a lot of things like nuts or avocados. You can have a few of those. I mean, I'd probably limit that to 2 avocados a week, actually, and a handful of nuts a week, because you don't need that much fat. I do use, in the evening though, I do use something called tahini, which is absolutely amazing. It's a bit like peanut butter, but made with sesame, and that stuff you can just put it on with anything. And also fermented soy sauce, so the more expensive soy sauce that you can buy, which is actually a fermented version and is really, really delicious. And I tend to, for lunch, I'll have another smoothie, and then I'll have something like half a melon sliced, another mango, even a couple of mangoes, something like that. So I'm keeping it mainly fruitarian until 4 o'clock. Sometimes I would have a salad, and in that salad it would be something like kale and spinach, all organic, some cut up tomatoes, some raw garlic. I tend to stay away from raw onion, actually, because I find the taste is just too strong and it overpowers everything. Although it is good for you, so I mean, if it doesn't bother you that much, you can add in a bit of that. I would add in potentially some sliced melon into a salad as well, so you can add fruit into the salad. And then as a dressing, I would use apple cider vinegar and a small amount of oil. I know a lot of raw vegans don't recommend using any oil, but you do need to make these salads taste nice. And so far, I haven't really found that much of an alternative. Although you can make salsas out of chopped up tomatoes and herbs, like chopped up tomato and coriander is really nice. But you'll still probably need some kind of dressing. You could just use balsamic vinegar on its own, which is sweet if you can get hold of that organically. Apple cider vinegar, though, is absolutely brilliant for you. And you can actually put a bit of tahini as well over these salads, if that's in the evening after 4 o'clock, because tahini is not raw. So you could have a salad like that in the evening. Another thing that I recommend is vegan chili, which you can have in the evening. You can have brown rice and vegetables. Don't cook them too much, though. You really just want to be blanching them, because obviously as soon as they're cooked, they're losing nutrient value. So that's something that you could do for the evening. So yeah, really, I just wanted to give some ideas of what you could do eating wise, mainly on the raw till 4 bit of it, because if you're already vegan, then you've got your own kind of ideas of what you have in the evening. But I would keep as much raw fruit and vegetables in your diet as you possibly can, because I mean the benefits are just like unbelievable. I mean, I was thinking about it, the changes in my skin, which again you probably just can't really see on this video because the quality is terrible. I am actually going to get a new camera really soon. The quality of my skin is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I just feel so much better in terms of my energy levels, everything. My teeth are actually whiter than they were. Don't know if you can see that. That's another thing that's happened. So skin quality, hair, energy levels, my teeth are whiter, my eyes look much brighter. I have noticed a reduction in cellulite, which is amazing as well. That has not gone completely yet, but I have heard that that can take up to a year to go, because obviously, you know, that those toxins have been held in the body as fat stores for many years, and you know, it's going to take quite a while to shift that kind of thing. Those people who start a raw vegan diet and they're a bit overweight, they're going to see amazing weight loss, basically. And, you know, that's a really, really brilliant thing. I mean, I have only lost maybe about 4 or 5 pounds, but then I didn't have that much weight to lose in the first place, so that's probably why, because I do think that the metabolism kind of balances itself out at a certain point, and then you kind of are the way that you are, if you're following the most healthy diet that you can. So yeah, anyway, I hope this video has been interesting. So just giving you some advice on some smoothies and some some things that you can eat on the Raw Till 4 diet. As I said, you know, if you've got any recipe ideas, actually, if you could post those back to me in a comment, that would be great, for sort of things in the evening, so I can pass that on to people. Because I do tend to stick to a kind of mixture of raw and cooked in the evening. So I will still have salads, but I'll add in some cooked vegetables. Like at the moment, I'm really into broad beans, so which contain very high levels, by the way, of dopamine. So they are a mood enhancer, and they just make you feel better. And they're also full of B vitamins, including being very high in vitamin B6. And as vegans, you know, we do sometimes struggle to get enough B vitamins, so broad beans are a great one to remember. So yeah, I tend to kind of have a mixture of raw and cooked vegetables in the evening that I will mix up with something like rice or rice noodles, and then I will make a sauce out of tahini, soy sauce, sometimes a bit of date syrup, which I know that sounds like it wouldn't go, but it really does go with everything. Pretty much, it just makes everything taste nice, as does tahini. Anyway, like I said, I hope it's been of interest. Please like the video and subscribe. Thanks.